Hi guys, and welcome to my domain. Guys, as y'all know, this is the weekly edition, mostly weekly edition, if I of course don't miss it and I'm not lazy, of Nightly Gaming News. So we got a few topics to talk about today. If you don't know, basically every week I try to talk about some new form of gaming content that came out, whether that be about streamers, games, different article pieces that have just come out about games, whatever have you. As long as it's related to video games, I'm gonna be talking about it more than likely. We do have a few things to already divulge into, so let's get into it. One of the very first things I do want to get into is Blastoise brought this up, and of course I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna talk about it because listen, I love Fortnite. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I have been on that Fortnite grind since Chapter 2, Season 2. Whole reason I didn't want to play is the same reason I didn't want to play Roblox, which I'll get into that funny enough later on, is because I don't want to be dealing with kids all day. Okay, I'm sorry. I got nothing against kids, but I'm also don't want to be a babysitter all day. Okay, but then I found out, oh wait, a lot of my friends and a lot of like older people too like Fortnite, and oh, I don't have to necessarily play with kids, so we're good. We're totally fine. But in any case, besides the point, what the point of what I wanted to talk about right now is that Chapter 5 Season 3 just came out. Now, it just came out this past weekend, and a lot of people, how do you say, feel very weird about it. We can kind of just scroll through here and see what everybody is saying, but you know, guys, a lot of people are very mixed about this season. Let me know what y'all think about this season. A lot of people are either saying that this is possibly the worst season ever. Some people are like, you know, they're liking this season. You know, like this person saying, I guess competitive players really don't like the season. More than likely, it's just because of the freaking, you know, the cars. You have to really adapt to the cars with this season. Like, that's all you have to. Okay, well, that's literally furry porn. You literally just have to adapt to this season right now, right? That's basically what you have to do. So a lot of this is very controversial right now with the Fortnite community. Never thought I'd utter those words, but you know what, we're here today, folks. So I don't know, let me know what y'all think of this season right now. Again, it's very car oriented. If you don't have a car to carry you through the season, more than likely you're not going to be having a good time in matches. Now, funny enough, the way I won my last time that I won, which was on stream, I actually didn't rely on a car at the end because this person was overly relying on a car to try and kill me. They ended up dying. So, like, I don't know, guys. Say what you want to say. Again, I do understand why some people are upset about it. I do understand why people don't think it's fun. But I also understand why a lot of people also think it's fun. It's a very mixed season right now. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. But on to the next topic. Okay, so this is a very interesting topic. Now, this is a topic I did not think I was going to be talking about, but I know that this is making headlines everywhere right now. So, shout out to Gab for bringing this to my attention. But this is very interesting to me because, again, like I said, I did not, well, like, I did know about this, but recently, because you know, who knew about this until you start getting into it and reading about it? So as the headline says, it states, remake restores a party member's trans identity. Vivian's transgender identity was taken out of the English localization on the GameCube. So you know, it always makes me think, guys, when things get translated over, it makes you think, you're like, wait a minute, what really has been translated properly and what have people taken out? That's why when you start looking at a lot of, like, and I know I'm getting like way off topic, but this is related, I swear. When you start looking at a lot of historical documents, you have to like take a lot of things with a grain of salt, because you are literally trusting the word of someone else, and you're also potentially trying to translate that from a language that's like harder to translate to. Because again, we can translate words and phrases, and for example, in Greek, there's like 5 different ways of saying love. But all of those ways of saying love have different like meanings and connotations to it. Whereas like in English, you're just like, oh, maybe you just really like something. Maybe you just love something. You don't really have a lot of options to express things, right? Same thing kind of goes with here. You know, you could definitely say it got lost in translation, but I can guarantee you they just didn't want it over here. Amen. Don't shoot the messenger. That's probably how it was, right? So let's actually get into the article though and read a little bit about it. So this is where it gets interesting, right? So if you don't know, which I wish I did play Paper Mario, it looks super fun. I haven't yet. But as you can see, Vivian is a villain turned party member. So as you'll know, villain, oh, now they're good. So this is where the controversy came in though. Right here, if we read, in that version, Vivian was also referred to with male pronouns as an insult, despite her asserting that the Shadow Sirens were made up of 3 sisters. The group's introduction in Japanese and several other localizations had Vivian introduce the group as sisters, which led to her sisters insulting her and referring to her as a man. So this is the really interesting part right here. The English localization, however, rewrote the scene to make her misstate the group's name as the Shadow Beauties, which prompted angry but non-gender insults regarding her appearance from her sisters. So what's really fascinating about this is Paper Mario is not exactly the newest game out here. As you can see right here, the Switch's remake of Nintendo's classic 2004 role-playing game. It's very interesting that we're just hearing about this now. You would figure someone who is able to play potentially both copies of the games, because some people do that. They love playing the original versus maybe the English dub. You know, it's literally just like freaking anime, whatever have you, or just literally anything that gets dubbed, right? But it's just very interesting to me that all of this is really coming to a head now as we kind of go a little bit further and read right here. In the Switch remake, Vivian explicitly discusses her gender ID and her sister's transphobia with Mario. She says she realized she was their sister, not their brother, and that her sister's bullying has gotten worse. The constant berating from her sisters is what prompts Vivian to join Mario's party, and now new and old players can see the original context in 2024. So again, very interesting to me. Very interesting to me that we're seeing this really come to a head because, you know, obviously, since this is getting a remake on the Switch, people are like really getting into it. But I just really find it fascinating. You know, guys, I bet you that this happens a lot, and it does happen a lot, because what may be acceptable to one society might not be acceptable to another's, or in one society, you know, again, their language may state something and it might be translated a little bit differently across the board. It just depends, because there's never a 1-to-1 ratio for languages. As much as we want to say there is, it's not always 1-to-1 with every single word out there, right? But in any case, hey, I see this as a W, because the way I always see it with games is that you should not take the original context out of a game, unless if it's like insanely like super bad. But even then, like, hey man, if it was really that bad, then maybe it should be left in there, because it should show people like, oh wow, this is what was going on, this is what they put in the game. Whoa. You know, I'm usually not a big fan of censorship, so I don't know, especially in this case. I think this is really cool, so thank you, Gav, for bringing this to our attention. But with that being said, on to the next topic. As far as games go, this is definitely one of my most anticipated games right now. Now, this is coming out Tuesday. Guys, this is actually already coming out Tuesday. Again, this is definitely my most anticipated game right now. But I think it's so... oh my god. Like, I cannot hope for anything else but just to see this game succeed. I am praying, not for this game's downfall, for this game's upfall. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, upscale, I don't know. But like, I know there was a lot of controversy going on right now with the game overall, and just with what was going on with the game overall, because it was fun. I had lots of fun. I'm a huge Velma main, by the way. I'm gonna come back in there. I'm gonna dominate the hell out of the competition with Velma once again. But there was a lot of bugs. There was a lot of like unbalancing stuff. There was just a lot of stuff that was not getting people to stay. And the hype just slowly fell off. Unfortunately, it's hard to really cement yourself into like this brawl arena type gaming stuff. You know, freaking Smash Bros is up there, but anything else that tries to become a Smash Bros competitor, it usually falls short. Now that might be due to quality Nick All-Star Brawl, but you know, for the most part, it just you don't feel the passion behind a lot of these games, or they just don't, they crumble under their own weight because there's not many updates, there's not much going on in the game, so you're like, okay, then I'm just gonna move on to something else because this is getting boring. That happens a lot. But with MultiVersus, I have high hopes, and the reason I did want to bring this up though is because we actually have some new people coming into the game. So I talked about Banana Guard the last time. Guys, we actually have Jason coming into the game. It's actually crazy. I was not expecting Jason, but Jason is actually going to be coming up from the very first like season that is coming up on Tuesday. I think you unlock him right from the get-go, which is what's really cool. I read this somewhere. Let me find it really quick. Right here, guys. This is so cool. This is what I'm talking about. So right here it says, additionally, all returning players who log in will receive a special edition Snowsuit Finn commemorative character variant, a special edition Rising Stars ring out, and a special edition Banana Guard announcer pack. The also really cool thing about this is returning players will also get the season pass. Guys, games don't do that. I'm just gonna say that most games don't do that. They're just like, okay, you spent money, okay, cool, thanks for spending on money on our beta, suckers. Or, you know, even just playing the regular freaking game, they're gonna be like, cool, thanks for spending money. You know, that's just how it happens. But this game, really and truly, with them doing that, I feel like they are showing their appreciation for fans. That's a huge W, guys. Again, this is not really heard of in the gaming community, to where they actually reward players for being consistent. It should be a thing, but unfortunately, it's usually not. So I just really want to quickly show this to y'all. So as y'all can see, also log in by June 11th if you're a returning player, just FYI. We have Agent Smith over here, who is from The Matrix, but he's not going to be coming until a little bit later. The dev said, I believe that this season is going to be very villain oriented. Guys, look at that. We still have 4 different little portals. I don't know who else has gotten leaked. I don't know who else is potentially coming into the season, but that is insane if 6 characters are coming in one season. Guys, some freaking like games only do maybe potentially 1 character per season. And like, the thing is, Warner Brothers can easily do that. I don't like, y'all need to understand, Warner Brothers has literally control of all this these different characters. So like, it's so not unheard of, or it's not, it wouldn't be like something out of the park or impossible for Warner Brothers to do. I don't know. It's very interesting though. I can't wait to see who else we get, but I love that Jason looks like he's freaking heavy, or like the freaking Keenman from the animated Spider-Man movie. Like, that's literally what he looks like, bro. And to be honest, I love that because it gives him very much a more brute-ish, like, you know, appearance. And I think a skinny Jason wouldn't look as good. I'm not gonna lie. The more I look at big, buff, oily Jason, I'm here for it, bro. Like, he looks really good here. He looks really good. And he might become a main. I don't know. Just for the simple fact that I really love his appearance alone. But that being said, guys, on to the next topic. Alright, this was brought to my attention from Zeppelin. I did hear about this new Valve game, but I wasn't too sure what exactly what was going on with about it. It did get recently announced, so Well, it was leaked. I shouldn't say announced. It was leaked. But it's called Deadlock. And so if we go over here, we can see that Deadlock will reportedly be a 6v6 third-person hero shooter. The game will feature a large map with 4 lanes to attack that have tower defense mechanics, as well as various items and abilities to utilize. So I really like that. First of all, it's mixed with steampunk, magicians, weird creatures, and robots. I love that mixture. I always love the combination of all these different varieties of like fantasy and punk and cyberpunk, you know, all these different things meshing together is always really cool to me. I also really am very curious to see this tower defense mechanics. I don't know why that instantly just made me think of Garden Warfare. Obviously the way that is being a shooter, it's not exactly Garden Warfare, obviously, but just the tower defense 3D game alone, that's what I thought of. So that's very interesting to me, but we don't have too much else information on this. Now, anything that Valve produces usually becomes a hit, a classic, if you will. But we're going to have to see. I'm very interested. I'm very curious to see if they're going to cook. If they're going to cook like they have with their past games. So, I don't know, guys. With that being said, on to the next topic. Guys, I just want to quickly bring this up to y'all. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Go donate to this. Funny enough, I will actually be in the game for this, for chapter 2. So that's also like, oh my god, maybe I want to promote it because I'm like in the game. No, I'm just kidding. But for real though, for real, go back this game. If you like Poppy Playtime, if you love Security Breach, and if you love Garten of Banban, if you love those style of games and you love mascot hordes, you're gonna love this game. Like, guys, this game, I cannot praise it enough for the simple fact that there's a lot of people working on this game that I love, and this was just produced over a year and it's free. Chapter 1 is free. When considering all these other chapter 1s, like I played Poppy Playtime Chapter 1, that did not have as much playtime as this game. You know, now I will say I do think that this game could benefit from more unique features. But just Rambly alone, he makes the game, bro. He makes the freaking game. If you have not had the opportunity to go check this out and you love mascot horror games, please go check it out. As you can see, it's been funded already really, really well. Over 3 times the amount of funding that I needed. But still, I think it definitely deserves as much funding as it can get. And hey, the more funding they get, the better the game is going to become. So like, I'm here for it. And they might even be able to produce more chapters or even the freaking full game if they're able to with this freaking Kickstarter amount. I don't know. We'll have to see. But with that being said, guys, yeah, go check this out. Really cool game. On to the next topic and final topic for that matter. Okay. I have zilch reason to talk about this. I have 0 reason to talk about this. The only reason I want to talk about this is because I have heard some other people I've known talk about this. And I was like, let me go look at it. I really just, the sole reason why I want to bring this up is because I want to bring this up to y'all, to educate me. I do have a Roblox account. I do play Roblox. I literally don't very often though. I maybe play Roblox like every 3 months. If my friends are like, hey, I'm feeling Roblox right now, you want to play? Sure. It's fun when you know what games you want to play, but otherwise a lot of the games are just like, okay. Like, to me personally, I'm not a big Roblox fan, but maybe I'm just playing the wrong games, you know. That's just me. If you like Roblox, hey man, more power to you. I got nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all feel like whatever this event is, the classic, do y'all feel like that they're actually bringing back the classic games? Because a lot of people are apparently just bringing up that a lot of things that are supposed to be classic in Roblox are not really classic. See, it comes to a point where games will start to realize that, hey, maybe the people want what we used to have, which is fair. Now, everything evolves and grows. It's just like Fortnite OG. People love Fortnite OG, and I love that. I had a great time with Fortnite OG. But when you compare Fortnite OG to the newer seasons of Fortnite, there's like no comparison, to be very fair. There's like no comparison. It's fun to go back and relive nostalgia, but I also think that we have to remember that it is definitely okay for a game to grow past its initial stages, as it should, right? But I will say it's very like, it's a hit or miss, because everyone is like talking about like, oh, they're not bringing back the classics. This is not it, Chief. You know, I mean, we can read all of these different things right here. You know, how are they considered classics when some of them are less than 10 years old, when Roblox has been around for longer than that, right? There's just a lot of games that people feel like, okay, they're just thinking that they're classics, but they're not. So I really can't tell y'all like how this is affecting the Roblox community or what's going on. A lot of other people are also just feeling like this has become very grindy, that this is not worth the rewards necessarily that you're getting. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. A lot of people are not feeling this update necessarily for Roblox. And I understand that, but also I don't, because I don't know. So y'all let me know down in the comments down below what y'all think, and if they're not being classic or if they actually are. Let me know. With that being said, guys, that will end this edition of Nightly Gaming News. We had a lot of good things to talk about. For the most part, I think this is maybe been my most positive freaking gaming news so far. And I say positive because I know we got a little flack for Fortnite. I know we got a little flack for Roblox. But like, at least no one is like getting berated on the level of like last week's edition where we had Assassin's Creed. It's done. It's done. That was insane. I feel like we haven't reached that point this week. So W per chance. I don't know, guys. Let me know what y'all think about everything. Of course, let me know down in the comments below if there's anything else you want me to talk about. Again, from this Saturday or this Sunday on to the next Saturday, which is actually going to be the 1st of June. If anything pops up that you really want me to talk about, please leave it down below in the comments, and I will shout you out in this video as I talk about it. So that being said, guys, I will see all of y'all in the next video or stream. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.